Hey everybody, it's raining outside, a light drizzle as we say here. It's been thunderstorms off and on throughout the day. It's been really beautiful. Sunshine in the early morning to about the mid-afternoon, and the clouds rolled in. Sitting on the porch. It's twilight, the day slowly turning into night. And I'm so happy to be here with you, beyond the story. Ooh, just had some lightning. Beyond the story of who you are or what you are, or beyond the story of who I am or what I am, or where you are, or where I am, or how I am, or who you are, or how you am. Just to be here together in the midst of the energy of the thunderstorm. You know, there's all these energies inside us. Sometimes we're calm and we're quiet. Sometimes we're dry, you know, and we're clear, with a million stars like the desert at midnight. You know? When you're entering, if you could please share where you're from. Thank you so much for being here. And then sometimes we're wild and we're pulsive and chaotic, like a thunderstorm, lightning and thunder, booms and crackles, lighting up the sky. And then there's a calm after the storm, you know, a stillness. And what's essential is to embrace all the parts of ourselves. To embrace all the parts of ourselves. To love all the parts of ourselves. To embrace the authenticity. To embrace the authenticity of who and what we are, you know, moment by moment, by moment, by moment, which really means right now, which really only means right now, in this moment. And to embrace all the parts of yourself means to embrace all the aspects of yourself. Means every part of you is holy, every part of you is sacred, every part of you is divine, every part of you is valuable, every part of you is an asset, is a gift, every part of you is beautiful. So there's sort of this journey that we move through in the evolution of our consciousness and the path of awakening, where we have these sort of unconscious instincts, these unconscious impulsive instincts that we're just beholden to. Right? And as we start to awaken, we start to be able to notice and witness and transcend these limiting instincts inside us, what we could call like the animal aspect of ourselves. What people have called the lower part of yourself. I'm not sure why it's lower, but it's an aspect of ourselves. So we evolve beyond those instincts, and what can happen is we can create this duality where we separate what's holy from what's not holy inside ourselves, what's good from what's not good. An animal is bad, the animal part is not good, the animal part is to be repressed or suppressed. The whole society is based on this. The whole society is built upon this tenet. We have to keep down the animal instincts. The animal instincts are bad. They're dangerous. They're even evil. They're sinful. You know? So here's a radical idea, a radical truth, and a radical opening of awareness. As you start to awaken to who you truly are, as you start to awaken to embrace who you really are, as you start to love who you really are, as you start to be at peace with who you really are, as you start to be liberated completely, fully, and wholly, as you start to be fully empowered, that energy that you transcended, now you come back and you integrate. The energy is where the power is. The energy is the lower chakras, is where the life force is. That's your root. That's your core. That's your essence. That's the creative energy. That's the fire. That's the passion. That's where we come from. There's so much power there. There's so much power here. And the religious institutions and the political institutions and the social institutions, they've repressed and they've suppressed that energy, and they've repressed and suppressed the power that lies within us, and they've repressed and suppressed the creative life force that lies within us, and they've repressed and suppressed the vitality that lies within us, and they've repressed and suppressed the autonomy that lies within us. When I say they've repressed and suppressed, they are we and we are they. So we're repressing it ourselves. There's no one else to blame. They're a reflection of ourselves. No one can stop you from repressing what you don't agree to repress inside yourself. So, it's time to love all the parts of yourself. It's time to recognize where the power is, where the life force is, where your sexual energy is where your creative energy is. And it's time to allow the energy to flow through you as a clear, open channel. All seven chakras flow the energy to life force to move through you from to be in a flow, to be in a flow state, to reclaim the power that lies within us. And when you reclaim this power that lies within us, this animal, instinctive energy that lies within us, with what's considered the spiritual energy, the higher evolved with the lower evolved, embracing all the parts of yourself, the life force that moves through you is unbelievable. It's incredible. But the religious institutions aren't going to tell you that. The political institutions aren't going to tell you that. The social institutions aren't going to tell you that. Which is, in a way, it's perfect, because it creates the friction, the tension to go beyond and recognize who you really are and live in the life force that is the essence of who and what we are. And then you live in the essence of love. You live in the essence of love. You're able to love whatever arises as it is. Everything as a reflection of an aspect of yourself. Because now you've come to love all the aspects of yourself as you are. Being relaxed and at home in the essence of who you are in all its flavors and all its textures and all its shapes and sizes and forms. And the beauty that you are, you rest in the beauty that you are, and radiate that and magnify that and amplify that wherever you go. Hey, Allegra. So glad you're here. Yes, it's raining. It's so beautiful. Can you hear that? Let's do a little raining meditation for a moment. Just listen to the sound of the rain. People buy CDs and pay lots of money to listen to that sound. But if we're attentive and aware and we're present in the moment, there's a quality of magic that's always present, but we become aware of it and we're able to participate and dance in it. Like the sound of the rain. I want to say one last thing, which is that in line with the theme today, thinking is really overrated. We've put way too much emphasis on thinking. And I don't mean not to be intelligent. What I'm saying is there's a higher intelligence that arises beyond thought. Thought is very slow. It's a slow, plodding, mechanical process. And when you're present, when you're here, when you're now, and you're paying attention, there's an intelligence that moves quicker than thought. It's now, 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 it's now. It moves quicker than thought. And when we get lost in the head, we get lost in thinking, and we forget who we really are. We don't have access in our awareness to that intelligence that's here. But it's always here. It's the intelligence that makes the universe move. And that same intelligence lies inside us. The same intelligence that makes the stars shine at night and the sun arise in the morning and the wind blow through the trees and dogs bark and cats meow and clouds traverse through the mountains and lightning bugs and fireflies light up at sunset. That same intelligence is inside us. It's in the depths of our being, in the depths of our core, the cells of our being, and our gut, our heart, and our soul, and our life force. When we relax, and we open, and we're present, this intelligence moves through us, just like a rainstorm, We're able to light up the world, not through effort or struggle or force, but by being, resting in the being and the essence and the authenticity of who and what we truly are, moment by moment, that shines like a beacon, that's ever changing, that embraces the unknown and rests firmly, wholly, deeply, and completely in the absolute, unchanging, infinite essence of who and what we are. Thank you so much for being here. Check the links at the bottom. Dive in deeper. Episode 105. Here and gone.